Hello everybody, so I am Stephanie and this is Money on Purpose. So as promised, here are some of my starting numbers. And I am using the Vanntastic Finance Worksheet. It's the free one that she offers. So this is my summary. So if you can see, my current income with my husband is $61.78. Our debt payments are $35.66. Living expenses other than debt, so just regular expenses, $21.10. So gross cash flow, so that would be my cash flow if I did not have debt payments. And then, but my net cash flow with debt payments is $502 a month. So, all right, so now I'm going to add what I have in debt payments. This is the fun part. It's not fun. It's not fun. In fact, I think I've heard Christy say, she was scared to fill out her form, the first form, and I was too. And it took me hours to find all the balances, all the percentages, everything. So I'm super glad I did it. And I'm not coming from someone who was not budgeting. I was budgeting, but I just never looked at the interest rates. It didn't feel like there was a point. So anyway, all right, so you can see. And I am super fancy. I am sitting on the floor. So if you were wondering, yes, I'm on the floor. But it's okay. It's comfy. It's carpet. All right. So, let's see. Home, 1860, 6.63%. And we just got this loan July of 24. So not even a full year of paying on it yet. I'm just going to do payments on this one. And, no. I should show you balances. Need a bigger board. Okay, well, you've seen the summary. I'm going to show the balances over here. Oh yeah, high quality. Here we go. And our original loan was $213. So almost a year paying $1560, and actually this includes our insurance and taxes, but it's not a lot. It's less than $200 a month for both of those. So if you figure about $1,300 a month, and our loan balance hasn't even come down a full $2,000. That's, let's see, July, August, September, October, November, December, almost 6 months. Okay, so anyway, and this one, it was at, what was it? What did I say? Help me out. 6.63%. 6.63%. Can you see that? Beautiful. Well, it's not, but it will be. All right, so we do have a second house that is rented. There's a long story on that one, but if you really want to know, just ask me. I'll make a video about that, or I'll include it in my next video. Anyway, so it's $930, and our current balance on that house is $149,224, and our interest rate is 2.88%. Now this one's a little bit better. We started at 160, or no, yeah, like 160, 162-ish, somewhere around there. We bought this house in 2021, I believe. I have to look. You're killing me. Stop asking me so many questions. No, I'm just kidding. So, anyway, my point being, either way, we can get into the mortgages later. But see, what does Christy say? Times 2 out of 0. So this is really 120%. Feels like it. Times 2 out of 0, 40%. I'm nothing wrong. You tell me. It's fine. I don't mind looking silly. I have a kid. Anyway, those of you with kids will relate. All right, so this is where I'm at with the two houses. I have two overdraft line of credits, which I can't increase those credit lines, unfortunately. But I do have overdraft line of credit. The payments on those are minimal, and I don't really ever pay attention because I just put my money in there, like Chrissy says. But they're each $500. So I think I will just put them both into the same category, 1,000. Those are at a 13.9% interest. So I believe the payment is somewhere around $40, but it's irrelevant, really. Aside from that, I have a credit card that I had to get for very important dental work my daughter needed, and I was crossing my fingers praying that I would be approved for this silly card so that she can get her dental work done. And I was, so praise God. Alright, so my balance on that is $13.19 currently. It is on a 0 promotional APR until next May, I believe. So pretty good on that. Be careful with those because they entice you with the 0% intro APR for, promotional purchases. But make sure you look and see if the minimum payment will have you paying off that entire balance by the end of that period. Because usually it's not. You gotta do your own math and make sure that your monthly payments pay off that balance before your promotion ends. Just a little word of warning there. Okay, this one is 0%. Oh, and I did it again. That's not where the balance goes. So anyway, I'm paying $80 a month. That is not the minimum that I figured how much I would need to pay to very safely pay it off before the promo ends, because I do not want to pay the interest on that. Oh, I'm sorry, I pay $90. I'm just winning all day. $13.19. What else do I have? I have a store card. That payment is $32, and my balance for that is $898 with a percentage rate of 29.99%. So generous, right? I have another store card. That dummy taxes is brutal. All right, store card number 2. To be perfectly honest, is one that was closed by the creditor, and I have not yet made payment arrangements with them. So, go ahead and judge. No, I do intend to pay this, just not there yet. I'm kind of waiting to meet with the one and only Miss Christy Van before I make a decision on what to do with that. Let's see. My balance for them is $48.94, and the current interest rate on that is 0 because once they close it, they stop charging interest on that, which is quite nice because it's been charged off. So they're no longer really servicing that account per se. So it just wouldn't behoove them to keep charging interest. It's pointless. It's been charged off for them. Now, I have a new credit card, which I got to start doing the velocity banking. So it currently has 0 payment, 0 balance, and I'm on a 0% intro for 12 months. Okay? I may run out of board. So that's where I'm at so far. Okay? Now, I have payment arrangement made from a different account that was closed, and I wasn't able to offer enough to settle the whole account, but I was able to set up payment arrangements, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just call it collections, because that's what it was. My payment to these people is $500 a month, and the agreement was $500 a month for 4 years. So I'm about halfway through, and so I'm currently at $10,935. All right, and since it's a closed account payment arrangement type deal, it is currently 0%. So I have a family member that very graciously loaned me some money when we got our house so that we could put up a small fence for our dogs. Okay, so I still owe this person $2,200, and I give them $200 a month. 0%. Thanks, family. All right, so we have a loan, and I can explain more about that later if you are really that interested. But this payment is $51, and the remaining balance is $48.12. This interest rate is 9%. Okay, getting close here. There we go, we can do it. I have 1, 2, 3 more. Can I fit it? I don't know. We'll try. Okay, so I have 2 separate student loan accounts, one for myself, one for my husband. Yeah. So the first one, let's see, student loan. Number 1, student loan. Let me see if I can fit them all. Number 2, and then one more loan that's on payment arrangement. So an account that was closed, and now I'm in payment arrangements with them. So let's see. Okay, so student loan number 1 is a payment of $101 and still has a balance of, sorry for the glare, balance of $88.20. And that is a percentage of 4.74%. Second one is about $250 a month. Balance remaining of $21,799. Payment or percentage 5.5%. 5.50 to be exact. Last one is a $50 payment. Like I said, this is a payment arrangement, so no interest. And there we go. Here's all the debt. So we have 2 houses. There we go. 2 houses, overdraft line of credit, which I've also started strategies of how to use that a little bit for velocity banking. The tough thing with that is that, you know, your bank account has to be empty to pull from that. But since I've been doing velocity banking, the only cash that's in there is for things that have to be paid in cash. So once those things safely come out, then I either make extra payments on something with that 500 or with the 1,000, or I use it for, that's what I've been using it for, is extra payments on stuff. So anyway, now the care credit, 2 store credit cards, one of which is closed, so it's a 0%, and I'm not paying on it right now. So the new credit card, which has no balance because it's for running expenses through it, oh, and I have an available credit on there of $3,000. So this is a $3,000 available. Got it? All right. So collections, $500 a month with a balance of $10,935 at 0%. Family loan, $200 a month. There's $2,200 left. 0%. The other loan, $51 a month, $4,812, 9%. You see that, student loans, and then the last settlement. And actually, I forgot one. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, because that one I'm actually able to pay with a credit card, so it's on my expenses list. Anyway, so, what did I forget, though? I forgot something. Oh, I'm gonna write next to the ones that are payment arrangements. I'm gonna write that it's an arrangement. All right, so this is an arrangement. Maybe I'll write in a different color. Let's do that. Try blue. One moment, please. So this last one is an arrangement. This is an arrangement. This one's not an arrangement, but it will be. Now, so this is where I'm starting. And this is at the risk of filling up this board too much. This is January, from the start of January 2025. Oh, and my current credit score. I did not put that on there. Just a minute. Current credit. Oh, I don't have it on here. Why don't I have it on here? Oh, sorry. I was looking at February because I started February's sheet. Okay. So, we're getting it together. Sticking with me? Still there? You're not booing me? Okay, so I have mine. So it tells me my overall is $689. Where should I put that? Let's see. $689, which all three, I've seen all three of my scores, and they all are pretty much the same. So I have 690, 689, 687, effectively the same. My husband's current score is 650. And I will tell you, when I started all of this, actually monitoring my stuff and trying to get back on track, February of 2023. This was after stuff hit the fan. This was kind of after the dust settled, so to speak. Anyway, my score was 548. I started being serious about, doing these settlements and making arrangements and all of that. And I had a bit of a wake-up call. This collections one. Collections? Where is it? Collections. They were actually suing me. And I was so scared. I thought that was it. I thought, I'm never going to be able to even rent anywhere. We were staying at a family's house. If you're really interested in the whole story, I will tell the whole story. I mean, hey, I'm not the only one going through it. And if it helps one person, it's totally worth it. But anyway, so all of that was the beginning of things changing for me. So sort of a blessing, really. I narrowly escaped having a judgment against me. And I'm so grateful that I do not have a judgment. That would not be fun. And that was the second time in my life that I was considering filing bankruptcy. But thank the Lord, I have never filed bankruptcy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But, it was an option on the table for me at least twice. I have spoken to not the debt consolidation people, but the ones that, maybe that is them. I don't know. It's the ones that say they negotiate for you and yada yada. You make one payment to one place. I never did go through with that. It didn't feel right to me. And honestly, I'm glad I didn't do that either, because I would have then been in a different contractual obligation for like $1,300 a month for ever. I don't even remember how long that was for. So, and I don't think it even would take everything. So no, not worth it. And that would have dumped my credit even further. I highly doubt I would have been able to buy this house that we're in now. By the way, sorry. So after sort of getting on track, like I was saying before I went on a rant off track, so September of 23, so almost exactly 7 months later, I was sitting with a 637. Things did start changing fairly rapidly for me when I was able to start addressing some of these things and start putting some of these closed accounts on. I either was able to settle them like make a one-time payment and settle them. I had way more than what's on here. I could show that at some point. But, you know, settled them, made payment arrangements. Some of them are really easy to make payment arrangements with. Like, you could even do it online. At least at this time. Now, this was, you know, everybody coming out of COVID. So I'm sure they did that to save on a bazillion phone calls. But I was able to make arrangements with most of them just on their website. And, you know, they were fairly, you know, and I had to agree for my account to be closed, you know, which is fine because then I couldn't use them anyway. I couldn't do anything with them. I wasn't making any payments on them. So what was the point? I had to agree those accounts be closed, and in return, I had a set payment that was very low, very reasonable, and no longer any interest charged on them. So, you know, hey, I felt like it was pretty fair considering. Anyway, and then fast forward again. Oh, I don't have my credit score on here for when we bought the house. Like what got us to be able to buy the house. But so we bought the house in July, and then as of the end of December in 2024, I was sitting with the 689. So I pulled that credit right before I started really being serious about getting even further. So I feel very lucky and fortunate to have been able to buy this house. And I kind of have a feeling, you know, one of the major reasons we were even able to is probably because the interest rates are so high. You know, a lot of people were not taking loans. I guess they're the smart ones, but so because of that, the mortgage brokers were motivated to sort of squeeze us into this place. So, but now with velocity banking, we're going to be cutting that way down. And, you know, through the process of showing you how I'm doing it, hopefully help you motivate or, you know, see what I do wrong. Clearly, you know, so, yeah. So let me know what you want me to elaborate on. If you want more backstory into some of this stuff, I'm totally willing to do that, you know, just so that, you know, it's not just you, it's not just you, it's not just me. I don't know anybody that's not in a bunch of debt, regardless of how much money they make. So, you know, if you want the story of why we have a second house, there's a story behind that. If you want the story of the collections people that were suing me, if you want stories about any of the things, how we got this house, you know, what we went through to get this house. The other thing is that I just wanted to say real quick, we also have done the frugal stuff. Like we live extremely frugally, in my opinion. We have no car loans, as you see, no car loans. We hop along with one hoopty for sure, and the other car is just, it's older. It's a 99. So it's been paid off since I bought it. I decided, you know, way back in like 2020, I said, I'm done with car payments. I sold the cars we had, which weren't anything fancy, anything great, but I was just so tired of paying loans on cars. Like, I'm not a car person. If it runs, I mean, neither one of ours, even the AC even works. So I'm, you know, anyway, so I do the frugal thing. I buy things when they're on sale. If I need them, if I don't need them, I don't buy them, even if they are on sale. I price compare like a psycho person. I always look at the unit price of stuff and consider if it makes sense to buy certain things at certain sizes. You know, I use apps. I use cashback apps, which I think I might include links for anybody who's interested. And I might make some videos of how they've worked for me, maybe. Now, they would be affiliate links, so yes, I would get whatever percentage of whatever they offer. So, I mean, I don't see why not. But I will only ever recommend or talk about things that I have truly benefited from. Or if not, I will say I did not benefit from this. In fact, I can think of several apps or things that did not benefit me at all, and I've just never ended up using. But there are several that are quite good and have really come in handy and have really been helpful in a pinch. Some of the cashback ones, some of the point ones where you can earn gift cards and stuff. Now, if you're somebody who's really afraid of like privacy type stuff, I'm pretty sure massive data mining. I'm sure, but I don't know. I try not to worry about, a lot of stuff like that exactly. So, but yeah, I will pass along any insight I've learned. The biggest thing by far, absolutely, that you can control and you feel like it feels good to control it, in my opinion, is food cost. I know it's hard to give up conveniences and stuff, and the kid hates it most of the time. Because I say no almost every single time that my child wants fast food or really even pre-made stuff in general. The rule I try to stick to in my house is if you really want something, you have to make it. So if we really want sweets, if we really want some fun treat, like the other week, my child, quick story, my child kept saying, I want to go to the movies, and we never go to the movie theater. It's, especially since COVID, it's not in our habits anymore, and it's so expensive. And I was like, why are you saying this? And my child goes, they have great food. What food do they have that is so great? Oh, they have the best pretzels. And I said, we can make pretzels. And then this look just comes over like, we can? How do you do that? I'm like, no way. It's like making your own chips. No, just disbelief. Like a full face of disbelief. And I said, I'm going to order some, of the salt, the pretzel salt or whatever. And the stuff I got was not the right stuff, but that's not the point. And we made our own pretzels. And they were really, really, really good. And it was so much fun. So much fun. And so cheap. Flour, salt, a little bit of sugar. Can't think of what else was in there. Pretty much that's it. Baking powder or baking soda, one of those, I don't know, recipe. Look up a recipe. But it was a lot of fun. And it was super easy. Not easy. And not very simple. It definitely is a skill. But we had a lot of fun. And it's something she'll never forget. She's told people about it. I've told people about it, super proud of it. I'm really glad that I've come up with that little rule because it's forced us to, first of all, not eat as much junk. We still get junk, like chips, stuff once in a while. But, for the most part, we eat so much better. Hardly ever eat out. Almost never. And I'm so glad. When I pass by stuff, I'm not even craving it anymore. I'm not thinking to myself, ooh, I really want this or that fast food. I almost never think that. And it's really a freeing feeling. It really is. And I really don't want to start that obsession, habit, addiction, whatever you want to call it, in my kid either. So anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but I may also do some videos of how I've transitioned to being more frugal as well. But that is for a later time, at a later date. And for those of you that have stuck through my entire rundown of all my current debts, I salute you and praise you. But anyway, so just a regular person, I just want to do my part. And since I'm definitely no expert, and I think seeing more people who are not trying to go through it is kind of nice. And definitely hugely 100% inspired by Christy Van. I definitely would not be making these without her, because I just feel like her intentions for starting it are just so good. I just really, I definitely have watched hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of her just talking and just running through numbers. And it's just math, people. I can't do the accent. Sorry. But it's a beautiful accent. I love accents. So, just hours and hours and hours. And I know there are people out there just like me that just need the motivation and just need the repetition and just need to be told over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that the true scam is using banks. And we are tired of this. We are all tired of this, aren't we? I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of debt. And even though you see all this nonsense, all these dummy taxes I'm paying, we don't do anything great. Like I said, we own our cars. They're nothing special. Trust me. No AC. My hoopty that I talk about, like the door doesn't even, to open the door, I have to like crawl on the passenger side and roll down the window of the driver's side and then walk back around and open it from the inside. Oh yeah, we're on that level. I don't care though. I really don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. I would rather it work, but at the same time, I'm like, well, she's paid off. What do you want from me? But, nothing fancy. The house we're in is not fancy. The house we were in that currently is being rented, nothing fancy. Definitely not fancy. So, but that's all we want. We don't need extra. And that's cool if you do. I don't, I am not judgmental. But my point is that I truly believe that Christy Vann is absolutely right. We just think we're broke because we're being robbed. So, anyway. So I hope this helps. Maybe those of you out there, follow along with me. Fill out the sheets. She has them for free. She has a paid version, which is also good. But I kind of had a hard time figuring that one out. Because that one, extrapolates it through the year. So I haven't quite figured that one out. But this other one is great. What should I call it? Vanntastic Finance Worksheet. It's free. If you just go to her YouTube channel or her website, it's her name, Christy Vann. It's free. Just download it and fill it in. Fill it in as accurately as possible. And just track yourself. Now, if you want a rundown of how I filled it out, I'm happy to make that video. If, I know not all of us are super tech savvy. I mean, I'm really not super tech savvy, but I click around and suffer until I figure it out. So, and I truly appreciate your time, your attention. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And, if you're in the struggle too, let me know. Tell me. Tell me about it. Well, don't tell me anything, personal or specific, obviously, because it's the internet. And I'm hoping I haven't done that. Let's help each other. Let's motivate each other. Let's, give accountability. I think that's the other reason I wanted to do this is accountability. Force myself to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Do the math. Do the math. That's what I'm trying to force myself to do. And I just want to inspire or motivate or help, the concept click for anyone who's willing to listen or watch. So, like I said, if I help one person by doing this, I've won. I mean, really, even just doing this for my own self, to make my own self be accountable, I feel like I'm winning. And I'm so excited that I'm just like, Arr! I'm so excited to truly get this going and, to go through all this with y'all. So let me know if there's something you want me to talk about or not talk about. Any questions you have about this, if I left anything out, if it's not super clear, if you want me to do it differently, like on the computer on a spreadsheet, whatever, because I have everything on spreadsheets. Whatever you need, you let me know, okay? And I will do my best to address it, make a video, whatever is needed to help somebody. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm repeating myself. My name is Stephanie, and this is Money on Purpose.